Yet another settlement showdown has hit the region here north of Jerusalem in the Judea and Samaria range. Now, America's response to that pressure, in the midst of Israel's 7-front war, America attempts to open yet an 8th front against, not for, the Jewish state. We'll break it all down right now. I'm Joshua, and this is the Israel Guys. Welcome back to the Israel Guys, where we believe that in a world of anti-Israel propaganda, you should have a direct connection to the land and people of Israel. As always, subscribe on our YouTube and other platforms. Let's get the word out there, guys. There's so much misinformation happening. It's our time to get the real news of what's happening here in Israel to you and to the whole world. Right now, we're talking about the latest settlement showdown, as I call it, because the world is looking at settlements as the obstacle to peace. I'll be very clear. I believe the settlements are actually the opportunity for peace in Israel. It represents the strong, the courageous, the most connected to the land out of any part of Israel. These are the pioneers, the settlers that are so connected to the truth of what Israel represents to the world. These are not an obstacle to peace. They are the way to peace. If you believe the Biden administration about their settlement policy, you're misled, as in many Biden policies that are misleading, especially in relation to Israel. I want to lay it out right here. The Biden policy on settlements is indeed that they are illegal and that they're an obstacle to peace. Is that true? The facts are, let's make it very clear, settlements in Judea and Samaria are not illegal. The Trump administration made that very clear. The international community fought about that for ages, and it was cleared. No, they're not illegal. You can translate things however you wish, but no, they're not illegal according to international law. Jews, again, living in Judea cannot be illegal, or if you'd like to say Americans living in America is illegal, then that is exactly the same argument. So if you want to go back to that whole issue, then we can, but it's absolutely insane, and you got to be completely idiotic to say that Jews living in Judea is illegal. No, it's absolutely not illegal. Jews living in Judea is perfectly right, perfectly sane, and it should be done. And against what the Biden administration actually believes, this is the way to peace. Having Jews living in Judea and settling the land, farming the land, and pushing out imposters, people who would like to create a Palestinian state. What, you think Palestinians should live in Judea? That's a good question for you. If you really think that Palestinians should live in Judea, you really need to go check your history books and realize for certain right now that this is no more than a big war against Israel. The Palestinian ploy is a brand new ploy on the history scale that has been created to obliterate Jewish presence in Israel. Get it right. Let's not be confused about this issue. The Biden administration is causing major trouble. Now, why would I say this in the 8th front? Because Israel's fighting literally 7 fronts right now. The war is increased dramatically. Hezbollah in the north, and Syria and Lebanon, and even Iran pushing to greater levels in this front. Israel's not directly facing off with Iran at the moment, but that could change any minute. Right now, they're fighting Iran proxies, and Israel's taking that on fully. Now, the 8th front that I would suggest is something that is really rough, especially if you're a Westerner, you're American. This is something that you really have to wake up to. The 8th front is something where America stands in the background and pressures, not as an ally that says you must be strong. You're in a war for your survival. You must attack and obliterate your enemy. That's not what America's saying right now. That's no ally, if you ask me. An ally says you go and you get it done, and you don't say sorry for obliterating an enemy that wants to obliterate you. You obliterate them first. That's war. Now, when it comes to demolishing small farms, that's low down. For an ally to pressure Israel to demolish farms, get me right, there's no one in the Israeli political sphere that would go bulldoze a farm just because they think that's the right thing to do. It's absolutely the wrong thing to do, and they know it's the wrong thing to do. The Stay Yonatan farm that was bulldozed just this week was bulldozed no other reason except for the Biden administration's unbelievable obsession with destroying Jews and Jewish presence in Judea and Samaria for the simple fact that they would want to create a Palestinian state. I'll make it clear again, guys, the Palestinian state is dead. There's no such thing, and it will never happen. So to be pushing something that's absolutely dead and won't happen. Why is it dead? It's not because of Israel. It's dead because the Palestinians themselves have created a military. You can go on and see anywhere the facts of the Palestinian Authority. The armed police. Was it actually a police force? No, it was a gang that was founded in order to kill Israelis. Yeah, that's actually what happened. These forces with the weapons that were given by America and Israel to create a peacekeeping force within their Arab communities was nothing more than to create an army to fight Israel. And that's what's happened in the Palestinian Authority. They cannot be trusted whatsoever, and they must. This is actually one of the 7 fronts that the defense minister has mentioned that Israel is fighting. It's the Palestinian Authority in Judea and Samaria. That's one of the fronts. So why in the world is America joining the Palestinian Authority in an idea to create an enemy state right next to Israel? Hey guys, we'll be right back, but first, there's over 300,000 words in the Hebrew Bible. That's a lot of words. But what if the key teaching of the Bible could be distilled into just 75 words? Yes, you heard it right, 75 words. Your Bible study will never be the same once you've read 75 Hebrew words you need to understand the Bible. This beautiful crafted, coffee table-sized book captures the essence of the Hebrew Bible, unraveling the hidden meaning of the 75 most pivotal Hebrew words. Hebrew is God's language. Each word is a portal to the profound wisdom accompanied by a deep dive essay. Connections to related words and secrets, accessible only through the Bible's original language. Immerse yourself in the scriptures in the purest form, with translated and transliterated verses providing rich content, perfect for gifting, fostering meaningful discussions, and personal reflections. This book is a much more than a fascinating read. It is an experience that will transform your Bible study. And here's the best part. It makes a fantastic holiday gift. Don't miss the chance to enrich your spiritual path. Secure your copy today and gift the experience of understanding to your loved ones. Visit the link below to get your copy of the 75 Hebrew words. And now, let's get into the depths of what's really going down here with the destruction of Stay Yonatan, the farm of Yonatan. Now, here's a quote from Regavim. Anyone familiar? Regavim is a great organization, watchdog organization that does amazing work here in the Judea and Samaria area. This is what they said. Anyone familiar with the area understands just how absurd this enforcement action was. Anyone who is unfamiliar with the facts, even a cursory glance at the map leaves no room for doubt. Within a 1-mile radius of the site of this morning's destruction, there are no fewer than 317 illegal Arab structures, all in Area C, the area under Israeli jurisdiction. Built in the course of a year-long frenzy of Palestinian Authority annexation of its territory, 38 of these structures were built within the last 12 months. End of the quote. Guys, this is insanity. So the Biden administration's pressure on Israel to destroy a farm, so-called illegal, right? When there's 317 illegal Arab structures in Israeli state land within a mile radius of that farm. You understand how insane that is? Let's say absurd enforcement, as the Regavim organization said. I would like to say this is much more than what it may meet the eye. This is America still pressuring to create a Palestinian state on the back there with the 317 illegal Arab structures. Is this about being legal? Absolutely not. America is downright aggressive when it comes to establishing an enemy Palestinian state that will be an army force against Israel right in Israel's backyard and destroying a small farm to prove that that's where they actually stand. In the midst of a war, can you get your mind around it, how America could pressure Israel to destroy a farm to say one thing to the Arabs in this area, these militia army that is gathered in under the Palestinian Authority umbrella, this demolition of this farm said one thing: America is behind you. Keep fighting. That's what it said. I know most of America doesn't understand that and cannot even get their mind around how America could be acting like that right now, but that's the message that came across. We're on your team. Keep fighting. You will win all of Judea and Samaria, and you will have your Palestinian state, and we're going to pressure Israel to bulldoze even the lowest down farm to get there. That's the message that came across. It emboldened the enemy. It made them feel like they're invincible and they should keep up the fight. Is that what we need right now when Israel is fighting a 7-front war? That's why I say, yet again, emboldening the enemy like America has done by pressuring Israel to concede to these enforcements. You got to understand, Israel has no want to do this. The immense pressure from America causes them to do this. The only reason why they would do such a thing is because America has a big thumb. They have immense pressure. You can't even imagine all of the military supplies that are, well, you don't do this. And at the end of the day, they say it's a small farm, but we can still get supplies from America. We can keep America as an ally. How essential is it for Israel to have America as an ally? But is America truly acting like an ally? Absolutely not. And that's an issue that the American people, the grassroots, needs to understand the situation at hand right now. The destruction of this small farm means a lot. And it actually points to the policy of America right now towards Israel in wartime is outrageous. It's unacceptable. We the people must say something. Lastly, this was able to happen. This was the ability to destroy a farm and get away with it was all built upon a libel that we've spoken about incessantly on this channel. The libel is settler violence. And I want to just make it again. The only reason why they can do it is because they demonize these settlers. They've said they're the obstacle to peace. They're the problem, when it's absolutely false. Find one instance of a settler. Just give me one instance of a violent settler. I would love to hear about it. One settler that actually killed an Arab. I'll just go ahead and let you know, you won't find it. You will not find violent settlers killing Arabs. On the other hand, it's absolutely upside down. You will find that the actual government of the Palestinian Authority is training their people to kill Jews. Not like a ragtag group of just off-the-wall, crooks. No, the actual government is pressuring their citizens to kill Jews, and this is unacceptable and absolutely flipped on its head from the actual truth. The settler violence tag is the reason why the world and the immense pressure, was able to attack such a farm like this and allow it to be destroyed because of that libel. And this libel has to be stopped. If you ever hear anything about settler violence, know that it's absolutely a libel. Don't have anything to do with that, and correct it. When you hear it, make the correction. No, there's not violent settlers. Get it straight. This war is against violent, radical Islam jihadis that want to see the destruction of Israel. Guys, Israel is under immense pressure from the Western world, especially from the U.S. If there's any way you have to help, put some pressure. Call some congressmen. Let your senators know that this is the situation happening here. And let's get involved in the best way we can to strengthen and undergird Israel at this time, this critical time, more than ever. Don't forget to subscribe. Get the conversation going down below. As always, tune out the fake news and tune into what is actually happening here in the heartland of Israel. We'll be back every day, Monday through Friday, with your direct connection to the land and people of Israel.